Hi guys, welcome back to I Will Wander at a place called Pincushion Mountain, Alabama, looking slamma. Wasn't sure if I was going to shoot or not today, but I'm not really feeling it, to be honest, the videography of this type, but a lot of visuals at this place, so, and I'm doing this anyway, so I figure I might as well get a video in. This is the start, this is the name, and we go up there. It gets kind of intense for the first little part, and then kind of eases off depending on what level of intensity you want that way. As with much of life, beginner view going on there. The sun quality here right now is absolutely astounding. So we're gonna get some special light and some special visuals as we get a little workout in. I had a weird experience at this spot last time I was here. I met a couple who were hiking together, sane and civil. They came up behind me and asked if I wanted any treats for the dog that they saw with me for a while on the trail. I said, I don't have a dog. I didn't come with a dog. And they said, oh, because we both clearly saw what we assumed was your dog walking with you. This is literally 2 minutes into this. Try to give a little bit of myself, as it were, on the advice of someone. Not really a lot going on in the personal space that I really care to discuss. Yet another reaffirmation of a capacity for an emotional range on my part that for a while I wasn't certain was going to be a part of my experience anymore. It's always nice to reconfirm you're not a sociopath. When things crop up, I have inklings of megaliths that way, but so far this is just going to be a gentle leg day. So yeah, not really too much as far as the interpersonals go, but yeah, certainly some dynamics for certain. The creative's main focus for writing is a screenplay. It's coming along well. It's I'm not controlling it in any way, it's just kind of flowing through me, and I pivoted a couple of times between which story I was working on that way, because I have an idea for another script, but I try not to control that process. I just kind of let it flow up through me. So that's kind of what I'm doing that way. Got a great idea for a specific genre of novel that I plan to write down the road, have the title, have the most of the theme to it. Some brilliant yellows going on there. So there's a novel coming as well. Didn't really plan to go back to prose, but this one will work really well. A little more exercise going on than in the past, I guess. No intense scenarios as I recover from something, but starting, I guess. And the painting and the photography and the videography and that all carries on. Let's get you, Angel on my head. Let's get you some, if you're not aware, I started doing this bit, I guess we'll call it, where you get a sunburst behind me like that right there. And I started calling it Angel on my head, taking a bunch of photos. So if you're new to things here and you see me going Angel on my head, I have no idea what I'm talking about. That's the effect right there. There's some visuals I want to capture here to demonstrate the light I'm talking about in this area at this time of year. It's Thanksgiving here in Canada, a time of recording, as they say. And as I pan around, you'll see I most certainly have a great deal to be thankful for. Living where I do, being able to do what I do on a whim. But I also had a few circumstances of late where I was able to help people in, I guess we'll say, minor ways. There was a woman at the gas station around the corner from me where I go to, and I noticed that she had a flat tire. I wasn't sure if she was aware or not. Went in and she said, yeah, I don't know how to fill that tire. So yeah, got her to the nearby air circumstance and got her filled up and on her way. Yesterday, I want to say there was a guy on a side-by-side and he'd run out of gas. He was with his little boy, and I happened to be driving out just as this was happening for them. So in they hopped to my vehicle, and we got them back to I got them back to their truck so he could either get some gas or get himself sorted. Anyway, it was nice. And then I was fortunate enough to have one of the traditional Thanksgiving meals this year. I've often worked in the past and haven't had an opportunity. I'm gonna get a photo of that. I might even do a painting of that. I'll show you later in a bit. But yeah, I have leftovers from the traditional Thanksgiving meal that I enjoyed. So I have some of them with me right now, and I'm gonna make a point of making sure that someone who, for whatever reason, may not have had an opportunity to have one of these, you know, all the fixings meals, maybe gets a little bit of it anyway and gets to enjoy some Thanksgiving that way. Let me turn this around and show you what I'm grateful to be looking at. This is just outside of Peachland, British Columbia, which is just a little ways out of Kelowna to the south. Completely random. Last minute thing, my legs need a lot of work. So decided this was going to be the way I do that. May not be the best angle of this thing, but certainly some visual potential of this wood here. Certainly. A photo at least. Maybe more. I had said to myself, I said, we're just gonna take it easy here. Not gonna get too dramatic with things. Get a bit of a leg day in, and away we go. However, we go a little further up that way, which is the, I don't know, Pincushion 3 trail or something, I can't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna keep going. A little further here, and then I think that'll be it. It's an interesting scenario for myself of late, where I kind of needed a break from capturing and creating content. So I find myself in the middle of experiencing things or getting visuals that are incredible and would make for amazing photography or video. And I found myself just stopping from reaching for the camera and just enjoying the moment, which to me was an experience in and of itself, because I'm always essentially in this zone, media zone, where I'm thinking in terms of framing and whatever else, right? But it was incredible to just, hang on one second. It was incredible for me to just turn this mode zone off and just experience some things. So there's another, that stump right there, I like the shadow on my face, has visual potential, I think. So I'm gonna go at least to there, and then call it. Well, that's a shot. I wouldn't call that a shot. Glad I came up. I'm gonna call that missions accomplished. Fresh air, the legs got some work, they need some work. The benefit of a pensive day on a hike in a gorgeous part of British Columbia. Put a video out that'll probably end up being quite decent. This one, when I wasn't even feeling that either. To share some of my little world with you all, and I was glad to have you along. Got warm enough on this hike that I wasn't required to have a toque or even this jacket on anymore, but I wanted to get a sweat going. Mission accomplished that way as well. A really good day all around. Don't know when, but we'll do it again. I'll probably get a few more shots before I call it, but either way, thanks for watching. A quick final thought. Alabama is what I call my car, in case you're not aware. We were just hiking up there. Look how hot she looks. It is the holidays here in Canada. It's Thanksgiving, and I've noticed this year in particular, it's done a number on some people. I've been fortunate enough to live all over the world, and everywhere I have lived, I find the holidays are rough on folks. For whatever reason, particularly females, or just they show it more or something. I don't know. Anyway, the holidays can do a number on folks. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. But it's interesting to me that it's kind of a global thing. All that to say, that too shall pass. The holidays are quickly here and gone. And if it's something that's lingering with you, and it feels like a lot or too much, I would urge you to reach out and talk to somebody. We're fortunate enough to have access to a great deal of help that way. And several times in my life, things have long since passed, thankfully, but things have felt quite intense. And I was fortunate enough to be able to have somebody to talk to that way about that. And hell, I'm 92. Look at this. The holidays don't really do me in. I've worked the vast majority of holidays, so too busy ripping around trying to make some money. But I see it. I certainly see it, and I would urge you to resolve it in ways that we have access to, that we're fortunate enough to have access to in this incredible place. If you're not grateful to be here, come on. Thanks for watching.